Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Kundan Loka. Tonight we are continuing our study of the prayers of Srimad Bhagavatam. So in our last session, we heard initially some statements from Bheeshma Dev because Yudhishthira was very disturbed at the end of the battle of Kurukshetra. He felt himself responsible for the deaths of millions and millions of soldiers. And nobody could alleviate his anxiety, neither Krishna, neither Vyasadeva. So Krishna then said, Yudhishthira, come with me. We will go see the great Bheeshma Dev, Mahajan, one of the 12 authorized persons in the science of God consciousness, Bheeshma. And so they went, and Bheeshma told Yudhishthira, nobody knows the plan of Lord Sri Krishna. You may think that you are a big philosopher. You may think, nope. Nobody can figure out the plan of Lord Sri Krishna. And then Bheeshma Dev said, now you have to understand that it was Krishna's desire all along that you should be the king. So, accept it, but do it properly. That was the problem with Dhritarashtra and Durjodhana. They were not properly looking after the welfare of the citizens. So Bheeshma said, now you protect all these citizens. This is what Krishna wants you to do. Accept it. So this next part, we are going to see how Bheeshma gives up his life on his deathbed of arrows. Trinadapi sunichena tarodeva sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari Hare Nama Vikivalam Kalo Nastyeva Gatiranyata Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So I request, I beg, any questions or comments, wait till I'm done. And then when I'm done, my vituperation, then we can have questions and discussions. But I am thinking, I want to do it the way Kamlesh always likes it. Non-stop, exactly as Parikshit heard from Shukadev. But in this case, it's not Parikshit and Shukadev. It's Sutta and the sages of Naimisharanya. Each of these classes begins with the same invocation. Please repeat, Sri Narada Uvacha, Shrinvan Bhagavato Bhikshnam, Avatara Katamritam, Sradadhano Yatakalam, Upashanta Janavrita. A grihasta must associate again and again with saintly persons, and with great respect one must hear the nectar of the activities of the Supreme Lord and His incarnations, as these activities are described in Srimad Bhagavatam and other Puranas. We pick up, we're in chapter 9 of the first canto, Prabhupada has entitled the first canto Creation. There are 10 subject matters of Bhagavatam. The first subject, Sarga, creation. Tonight's section is text numbers 25 through 49. Please follow along. You'll get the most out of it if you read along. Sutta Goswami said, Maharaj Yudhisthira, after hearing Bheeshma Dev speak in that appealing tone, asked him in the presence of all the great rishis about the essential principles of various religious duties. At Maharaj Yudhisthira's inquiry, Bheeshma Dev first defined all the classifications of castes and orders of life in terms of the individual's qualifications. Then Bheeshma Dev systematically, in twofold divisions, described counteraction by detachment and interaction by attachment. So, this concept of detachment is very important concept taught in Bhagavatam, especially in the Uddhava Gita. Krishna is preparing Uddhava because Krishna is about to go and Uddhava has to remain. So constantly throughout the Uddhava Gita, Krishna is telling Uddhava, become detached from this material world. Why? Because it's a dream. Become detached. I had a dream last night. I had like 4 or 5 dreams. And when you wake up, some of them are good dreams, some of them not so nice. But in either case, good or bad, doesn't matter. Become detached. It's a dream. Bheeshma Dev then explained by divisions, acts of charity, the pragmatic activities of a king, and activities for salvation. Then Bheeshma Dev described the duties of women and devotees, both briefly and extensively. Yes, I've said this many times. Everybody has duties in Vedic culture. Man, women, children, young, old, we all have duties to perform. Then Bheeshma Dev described the occupational duties of different orders and statuses of life, citing instances from history, for Bheeshma Dev was himself well acquainted with the truth. And while Bheeshma Dev was describing occupational duties, the sun's course ran into the northern hemisphere. This period is desired by mystics who die at their will, such as Parikshit. No, not necessarily Parikshit. No, Bheeshma. Bheeshma died, not Parikshit. But he had the 7 days notice. But yes, Bheeshma died, and others. Okay. Thereupon that man, Bheeshma Dev, who spoke on different subjects with thousands of meanings, and who fought on thousands of battlefields, and protected thousands of men, stopped speaking, and being completely freed from all bondage, withdrew his mind from everything else, and fixed his wide open eyes upon the original personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. That's important. Original. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mattak Parataram Nanyat, there's no truth superior to me. And in the Bhagavatam, the word Asamardva, no one equal to Krishna, no one greater than Krishna. And another point here, right? Withdrew his mind from everything else, because in Bhagavad Gita 1866, Mam Ekam, Krishna says, you take shelter of me exclusively. Here, Bheeshma Dev is showing you exactly what that verse 1866 is all about. He withdrew his mind from everything by pure meditation, looking at Lord Sri Krishna. Bhishma Dev at once was freed from all material inauspiciousness and was relieved of all bodily pains caused by the arrow wounds. Thus, all the external activities of his senses at once stopped, and Bhishma Dev prayed transcendentally to the controller of all living beings, Krishna, while quitting his material body. So Bhishma Dev is lying down, and Krishna is at his feet. And Bhishma Dev is looking at Krishna. Could you think of a better way to give up this? You cannot think of a better way. Please repeat. Sri Bhishma Uvacha Iti Matir Upakalpita Vitrishna Bhagavati Satvata Pungave Vibhumni Svasukam Ubhakate Kvachid Vihartung Prakriting Upeyushiyad Bhava Pravaha Sri Bhishma Uvacha. Sri Bhishma Dev said, Iti, thus, Mati, thinking, feeling, and willing. So these are the three activities of consciousness: thinking, feeling, and willing. A thought comes, then you feel about it. How do I feel about this thought? And then you make a decision. I will do this, I will not do this. Upakalpita, invested. Vitrishna, freed from all sense desires. Bhagavati, unto the personality of Godhead. Satvata Pungave, unto the leader of the devotees. Vibhumni, unto the great. Swasukam, self-satisfaction. Upakate, unto him who has attained it. Kvachit, sometimes. Vihartum, out of transcendental pleasure. So that's the difference between us and Krishna. Whatever Krishna does is out of transcendental pleasure. That is the whole background of the Krishna Leela. Whatever he's doing, it's out of transcendental pleasure. Nothing is forcing him. Prakritim, in the material world. Upeyushi, do accept it. Yat bhava, from whom the creation, pravaha, is made and annihilated. Please repeat. Bhishma Dev said, let me now invest my thinking, feeling, and willing, which were so long engaged in different subjects and occupational duties, in the all-powerful Lord Sri Krishna. He is always self-satisfied, but sometimes, being the leader of the devotees, Krishna enjoys transcendental pleasure by descending on the material world. Although from him only the material world is created. So, he's the leader of the devotees. He enjoys, now, it says here, sometimes he descends. Once in a day of, we're talking about the original Krishna. So many other incarnations of Krishna are coming constantly like waves of the ocean. But here, Krishna, this original form, that's once in a day of Brahma, only 5,000 years ago. So it's recently that Krishna was here. All right, let's do the next one. Tri bhuvana kamanang tamala varnang ravikara gaura virambarang dadhane vapur alaka kulavritana nabjang vijaya sakye ratir astume navadya Tribhuvana, 3 statuses of planetary systems. Upper, middle, lower. We are in middle. That means it's not too good, it's not too bad. It's in the middle. It's eh. Isn't that how our life is? Our life is eh. Sometimes people ask me, how are you doing? Because, right, the body and the mind doesn't cooperate. So we have these, we experience. Okay, all right. Kamanam, the most desirable. Tamala varnam, bluish like the tamala tree. So those who go to Vrindavan, you see these tamala trees. And there is that famous story. Radharani is embracing the tamala tree. Why? She thinks it's Krishna. Why? It says right here. Bluish